Gerry, he was a new client at our stable a couple of years back. He had a few horses there which had probably hadn't really shown that much, but then we managed to get hold of Miss Coota last season, and she's a filly that's really sort of gone to a new level for him.
Mashani Star, Mashani Twilight's out wider, but look at this go. Miss Coota at the 200 metre marker, well clear, led by 6 lengths. Second keyboard, they're a mile ahead of Mashani Twilight. Further back to Mashani Star, but with 100 metres left to go, it's all Miss Coota. It's a mile in front, heavily back to Miss Coota. Miss Coota's won it well.
Good clients, they're lovely people and very easy to train for. They've put a lot into it. They've put a lot of money into the game and into the industry, so it certainly doesn't come undeserved.
We've had horses for quite a while, and I've been a big thing, because most of them have been boy horses, so I've been a big thing about getting a filly. And we went to the Magic Millions sales last year, and he had 3 horses that he was very interested in, and this one especially because she was gorgeous, and we went and had a look at her, and we liked her, and we were both there on the morning, and we bid on her, and we got her because he's trying to get me more interested in his hobby. That's how it came to be, and she's named Miss Coota after my hometown of Cootamundra, where I was born, and he gave her to me. So that's it, and she's absolutely gorgeous. She's a total pet. She's the nicest out of all the horses we've had, actually. Well, the access for us as owners is absolutely brilliant, because you can come in and see your horse and talk to your horse, and which is great, because often when you own a horse, you don't get to spend a bit of time with them.
It's a very good network with this horse between the owners and Chris and myself and Corey and the whole stable. Debbie and Gerry, they're absolutely lovely people. They've always been great to me, and it's just a really good relationship, just on a friend basis as well as jockey and owner. And Gerry and Debbie and I have always got along very, very well, and it's just a great connection to have.
She was just probably a little natural. Had as you said, a good walk on her. Had a lovely head, lovely demeanour, and just went about things very professionally. So, we started to educate her, train her up, and she was pretty much a natural. So much so that early days when we were working here, we couldn't really work her in company a lot, because she'd go too keen and was just too competitive. So we sort of had to contain that energy as best we can. And she's gradually, as she's getting older, learning her trade of racing.
Miss Coota wins again from keyboard, third to Boomster.
It's been a big roller coaster, and now this week's going to be even bigger. It'll just be crazy. Every time our horse has ever won or done well has just been crazy, because I realise how lucky it is. The number of horses that are out there, and to actually have a horse that does really well is, you're very lucky to have a horse like that. So, especially as the only owners and only owner.
It's definitely a young filly, so she's got that element of, she's definitely excitable at times, but at the majority of the time she's definitely not lovely to deal with. She goes about her work in a great manner, and everyone around the stables loves dealing with her on the ground, so she's definitely a pleasure to have in the stable. I've had a long association with her, even in her younger days, throughout her education as a racehorse, and obviously progressing through to her trials and then onto the races. Once she started to put everything together, as she started getting closer to her jump outs and barrier trials, she definitely started putting in a couple gallops that give myself and Chris that eye open that she might be something special, and obviously the history shows that.
Look, I think she's probably one of the better hopes I've had going into a Magic Millions, and she sort of had this race specifically in mind, so we've sort of kept her a bit on the fresher side, and she seems to be responding to it well.